I want to do.
Right.
This is Patrick. I'm on the line, too.
Hi, Patrick.
If you have any questions, I got a few answers here for you.
Okay.
The number one key thing is, like I put up there, it's all in the name, okay?
Yes.
You have to have your family name as your first name. Then you have your middle name. Then your last or permanent name is the name that was given to you at your birth. Like in my case, Patrick. So my name is Divine Patrick. That is the living's name. And see, anything else, you are associating and giving life to your corporate fictional entity. And they have you right then and there.
And I asked Patrick when he came out with that, because I haven't submitted many of my forms because I've been waiting on my 98 number. Should I go back and redo the UCC ones and the rest of the forms with that family name, given name? And he said yes. Might as well get it right all through the process. Is that right, Patrick?
Well, you can set the UCC ones aside, okay? They're a corporate document, okay? We want to deal with the living document, and the living documents are located with the post office.
Okay.
Now, are those, is that the forms that are created by us, the living, or are we still going to be using their reformed forms?
Well, like we take our certificate of live birth, okay? That's your foundational document, okay? That's the one that was created very first. Take a look at it. Your name on there is, for first name, is your given name. Your last name is your family name. That's the wrong order. That's on the opposite side of the looking glass. Your parents' names are the same way. What is that document? That document is an inherent, a right of inheritance. So who are you going to come after? Am I going to come after Francis, or am I going to come after the divine family for my inheritance? I'm going to come after the divine family.
Mm.
Family comes first. Family, so it's sort of like the chicken and the egg. Which came first, the egg or the chicken? The chicken, the family. Then the egg, the little sibling. It also goes into the parable in the Bible about you sit at the end of the table and you get called up when you're recognized. So last becomes first. First becomes last.
Okay, when we send that in, the birth certificate, that's the raised certified copy that we're sending into that one facility?
Well, you're going to have to send you're going to have to mark it up, and you're going to have to call it a false registry. And you're going to put a notation for the correction of your name and your parents' names on that document.
Okay, and that's the raised certified one.
And, yeah, well, I'm sending them in registered, but I'm putting my registered mail label on the letter, not on the envelope.
And
right.
The birth certificate you send in, does that have to be an original certified copy, or can we make a copy?
I'm just putting I'm taking a JPG of it,
okay,
and putting it down as a reference document showing that it is wrong.
Okay.
Okay. A lot cheaper.
And see, you've got to send it into at least three post offices. The state capital post office, and each state capital has a governmental post office, not a United States post office. It's a governmental post office. at the state capitol.
Right.
And then also in Washington, D.C., the governmental post office is 20220.
Right, right.
And then the third one is with the Church of Rome, and that is at 10220, I think.
Okay.
I've got to go back in and verify that one, but I
you
think
mentioned
that's
on
what it is.
you mentioned on your call over the weekend that we should send 3 to the state: one to the Secretary of State, one to the Attorney General, and one to the registrar who may be known by various names.
Well, we send that in, okay? We send a notification into them, okay, for the purpose of ordering them to make the correction. But they're not going to make the correction. So now they're obstructing justice. Because, see, the real register in this country is the postmaster of that post office.
Okay.
That governmental post office. The oldest system out here is the postal system.
Right.
Or the post office system.
Precedes the Constitution.
And that is where you get recorded into the book of life and into the book of death for inheritance purposes.
Good.